Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of MC. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of How to MC. This is an MC class for those who are trying to get into the art of MCing and how to get into writing rhymes and basically getting to writing rhymes and how to focus and be a better MC songwriter with lyrics. Now, weeks 1 through 6, we went through various steps of how to create a song, how to come up with the concept, how to get to writing, how to know what bars are. We are also focusing on how to be an MC and writing. We are going to focus on today a technique in writing, wordplay, double entendre, and wordplay, double entendre, and basically just getting into wordplay in general. All right, so before we do that, I want to give a few things that I want to be talking about. All right, so what you're going to be needing for this particular class, I'm going to put a post up. We're going to be talking about the song Heat by Common Sense. Now, Heat from Common Sense does have some explicit language in there, but it is one of the best. That particular song is one of the best examples of double entendre and double meaning in rap lyrics. And what I want to do today is I want to go down each line and break down how the double entendre works for rap lyrics. And before I start, I wanted to say that one, I wanted to use a newer song, but I think what I'll do is I'll do a older song first, and I will do a newer song later on. Let me see when this song came out. Water Common. This album came out in 2000, actually. So that was 20 years old at this point. Came out in the year 2000. So at that point, Common was the one of the best double entendre lyric MCs. In my opinion, probably ever. The double entendre stacking that he was doing was amazing. He was. I don't think he's doing that much anymore. But so what I want to do is give you a link to Common Heat. The song is called Heat, and it's by Common. I keep saying Common Sense, but he is by the rapper named Common. Play a little bit while I get it posted. So, what's real dope is that this beat is so amazing. It's produced by one J Dilla, one of the best producers of all time, in my opinion. And I mean, everything about this song is so lyrically so powerful in so many different ways. All right. So, and also, I'm gonna put the lyrics to these songs up right now as well. So, if you wanted to, if you're watching the recorded version of this show, please go through the song and check it out, because I think, as far as, do I think it's the best rap song ever made? Quite honestly, it's up there. It's up for me. It's up there. It's one of the best rap songs, and I would say, and definitely my top 20 for sure. I would definitely say in my top 20. But I'm gonna say this particular song, this song is a masterpiece in wordplay. All right. I'm just going to put that out there. I think it's fantastic. So I have the lyrics up for you, up for you to read. And again, I am going to I'm going to refer to the lyrics, and I'm not going to use the curse words. And as I don't use the N word in my public addresses anyway, so I'm going to change the lyrics a little bit so they can fit my branding. All right, just so you understand that. So the first line is messenger in the metropolis, apocalypse here and now. So the first line of this is multi-layered. Messenger in the metropolis, apocalypse here and now. It's a reference to two things. There is a movie from the 70s. No. There's a movie from back in the day called Apocalypse Now. It was like a movie about the Vietnam War. And it was like a really powerful movie at the time. Apocalypse Now came out in 1979. And it was about the war and a very graphic. So he's referring to apocalypse here and now as a saying like the apocalypse is happening here and now, but nodding to apocalypse now. I also believe that he's making a reference to Tupac because Tupac's first album is called Tupacalypse Now. All right. So when he's talking about a messenger in the metropolis, he's using the messenger in the metropolis. He's using alliteration. Two different words that sound with M. Messenger in the metropolis, apocalypse here and now. All right. Let me see. All right, so that's the first line. The second line is metropolis and messenger in the metropolis, apocalypse near and now. Brothers know the ledge, so they don't come near the style. The reason why I chose this song is because darn near each line is a double entendre. Each line is a double entendre. Just every line that he put in this song is just stacked. Every line means two different things. So you can just read it as it is, and then there's another layer on top of that, and then there's another layer on top of that. And every line in this song is like that, all right? So the messenger of Metropolis, Tupacalypse here and now, brothers know the ledge, so they don't come near the style, all right? So if you're standing on somewhere and you know where the ledge is, you want to keep far away from it so you don't fall off, all right? You want to definitely know where the ledge is so when you fall off. But when you say know the ledge is kind of code words. It's a shout to Eric B. and Rakim from the Juice soundtrack. Know the ledge, the knowledge. So when he says brothers know the ledge, brothers do the knowledge so they don't come near the style. Brothers know what I'm rapping about, how good I am at rapping, so they don't try to come near me or threaten me. I mean, every line is like that. I appear in the clouds, some heaven and earth-ish. Fake brothers drown, the deeper the verse gets. Fake brothers drown, deeper the verse gets, okay? That's like a play on when you say deeper as in more complex or deeper as in more harder to understand, but also taking a metaphor for water. Deeper in the water, then you drown. I mean, every line in this song is a double entendre, which I think is fantastic. I'm only on the fourth line. Let's see. So the one line that goes down, so he says, I surface with a purpose, tell y'all brothers to know the demo. Voice is an instrument that's monumental, okay? I'm telling you, this song is, every line is a double meaning. So voice is an instrument that's monumental, all right? He's talking about how his voice, he's speaking, he uses it as a instrument, a tool that's very popular, that's monumental. But he also literally saying that his sonic, the timbre of his voice is an instrument that's really monumental. But he's also playing on the voice and meaning of the word instrument or instrumental. So he's taking the word instrumental and breaking it up into two parts. My voice is an instrument. That's monumental because on every 12-inch, or a lot of the 12 inches in hip hop, that you have a vocal version and an instrumental version. So you have the voice and the instrumental. And he's just breaking it down. The voice is an instrument. That's monumental. So every line of this song is a double meaning. Y'all couldn't F with the style if I was a nympho. For those who don't know, um, maybe your parents could explain that line to you. um, all right. So raised in the temple of shy, taught to look in the eye. See, that's every line is a double meaning. Raised in the temple of shy, taught to look in the eye, meaning that the temple of shy, meaning that he grew up in Chicago, the temple of shy, like he learned a lot of things from them. But shy also sounds like I'm a bashful person. I'm shy. But ironically, I'm from shy, but I look you in the eye because I want to be aggressive and I want to be forceful. I want to be recognized as a confident person. I'm from shy, but I'm confident. Another line. So every line in this there's no throwaways. There's a deeper meaning to every line in this song. I identify with Bobs and Dobbs. I identify with Dobbs and Weaves and brothers making moves that bob and weave, and brothers with jobs that sell weed. I feed off the hunger that a bum or abandoned child gets. I feed off the hunger. Dude, I mean this particular this song, this I can't speak about what he's doing today, but this particular verse is ridiculous. I identify with Dobbs and Weaves, brothers making moves that bob and weave. So he's talking about black hair products and also the bob and weaving of boxing. That's not really a double meaning. It's kind of like a play on the term weaves. He talks about freaky like Marv Albert and outfits by Shaka Givens. Again, that's like a reference to Marv Albert who got in trouble. I'll let your parents explain that one to you as well. I'll let you how I got God, but don't God. I got a clip for these brothers on the net selling my ish. Okay, so I got a clip for those brothers on the net selling my ish. So a clip could be referring to as a gun or a part of a gun. But he was probably talking about I have a clip, meaning I have something, I have a weapon. I've used my charging weapons to, if I have something for you, I have something to defend myself when it comes to that. If you're on the net selling my stuff, I'm going to be offended. I'm going to be guarded. I'm going to be attacking you. So there's also when he says, I got a clip, because you see clips on the net, on the internet. That's the kind of play on that. Let's just say you Ramon and I'm spit. This is a reference to when he says, let's just say you Ramon and I'm spit. That is a reference to the movie Beat Street. And in my other hip hop classes, we break down the movie Beat Street, and one of the characters is Ramon. Ramon is the Spanish guy that was in the crew who was making beautiful graffiti murals, and everybody looked at Ramon as like a vandal or who was ruining the walls. But people who knew that he was beautiful. Let's just say I'm Ramon. That's what he was saying. Some people may think that what I'm doing is trash or ruining the environment, but people who know that I am beautiful. Know the work that I'm doing is beautiful. People who know. Ramon only cared about people who got it anyway because his dad didn't get it. It was a whole thing. And Spit is a graffiti writer who would graffiti over him in the movie. So let's just say just say I'm Ramon. He says, just say you Ramon and I'm Spit. Just say you Ramon and I'm Spit. Whatever you're doing, I'm going over top of it. Let's just say you Ramon and I'm Spit. In a habitat of Cadillacs and battle raps, and people that travel at the speed of need never agreed with the ways of the world. Cats say anything like they say to their girl. This cats say anything like they say to their girl. It could be a reference to, you try to hide things from your girlfriend. But I think he's referring to the movie Say Anything from the 80s. Say Anything, maybe a movie that you're familiar with. It's the guy who has the boombox on top of his head. It was a movie that came out in the 80s. He's referring to the movie Say Anything. The movie came out in 1989. How you bringing it when you sit Indian style? Brothers know me as calm, but I'm about to go wild. What he's saying about that's maybe a stretch, because brothers know me as calm. It's time to hear me go wild. So he's saying calm, but he's bending it to also sound like the word calm. Because naturally, I mean, even the way I say calm, it sounds like I'm saying C-O-M, calm, short for common sense. But he's trying to bend it so it could be calm and calm. And that's so he's referring to himself, calm, all right? So let's go into the second verse. Now, again, the reason why I'm telling you this particular song is that when you were starting to write, hopefully you can get to a level where every line or every bar that you use is something of power, not anything that you'll throw away. And the reason why I chose this song is because every line on this song has a powerful and double meaning. Okay. So let me put in the comment section here. I am going to put the meaning of double entendre. Oops. I'll take that out. I'm going to put in there the double entendre, what that means. All right. And what double entendre basically means, taking something, it's a figure of speech, a particular way of wording that is devised to be understood in two ways, having a double meaning. This is an ungrammatical, this term is ungrammatical in French, where the term double sense, double meaning is used instead. Typically, the one meaning is obvious. All right. Typically, the one meaning is obvious given the context, whereas the other may require more thought. So one meaning is being said, and then you have the interpretation of it. That's the double entendre. All right. So when you hear the words double entendre, that's what people are saying. Now, there's some people who use triple entendres, like Common does in this era, was using double and triple entendres, where it means more than one or two things. It's very, very powerful. So that is what a double entendre is, and that's why I'm getting so excited when I hear this song. Like every line is a double or double, triple meaning. All right. So the second verse goes in, and it says, "Old men see visions, young men dream dreams. I rock the planet. Recognize I'm the cream. Calm rules everything, and everything is." So if you're listening to this song, you realize that, first of all, his pattern on this song is quite unusual. It's interesting where he just kind of takes an opportunity to talk about the one. We talked about the one and what the one is, where the music starts. But Common plays with the one a lot. He takes the one and moves around and bobbles around with it. And the line is, "Old men see visions, young men dream dreams." That's not really a double entendre, but it's a nice visual. I rock the planet. Recognize. Now, that could be a metaphor, because when he says I rock the planet, it's also a reference to this one of the classic hip hop songs, Planet Rock. All right. But he goes, says, I'm the cream. Recognize. I'm the cream. So when he says cream, he's also talking about the cream of the planet, or cream of the earth. The cream of the earth is also oftentimes referred to as people who are the best, or sometimes referred to as the or the original man, or sometimes it refers to like Africans being the first people on the earth, and he's recognized himself. I'm the cream. I'm the cream of the earth. I'm the cream. But it also goes into saying I'm the king. Cream. Calm rules everything. The cream also means is a double entendre. That's a Wu-Tang Clan reference. The Wu-Tang Clan goes, cash rules everything around me, cream. That's what the cream means for Wu-Tang. But he's saying, I'm the cream. Calm rules everything. All right? So he uses the double entendre there. And everything is, let's go back to the lines. How your man pulling your weight, he ain't carrying his. Scary the biz is like the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project is a movie that was used, that came out, I don't even know, I think in the year 2000s. But like I said, each rhyme or each line in this particular piece is so loaded. That movie came out in 1999, The Blair Witch Project. That's not necessarily a double entendre, but there's some coming up. Be careful. I mean, be patient. Experiment in rooms of the same Bear B project. State senators, life twirls, most sell out like a dread with a white girl. You want me to cipher with you and the gods? I just did a show. I'm between these broads. Want to feel female presence in conversation and touch. You'll get split like a date that's Dutch. All right. You'll get split like a date that's Dutch is a very good double, perhaps triple entendre. You'll get split like a date that's Dutch. So if you're out there and you've been like on a date with someone, to go Dutch means you take whatever the bill is, you guys split it down the middle, you pay one half, and the person you're dating pays the other half. That's called going Dutch on a date. That's like going half on it. So you split it. That's where the Dutch come in. You split like a date that's Dutch. Or it could also mean these people are using a cigar and they want to split the cigar. And sometimes that cigar is referred to as a Dutch. Again, your parents, you can ask your parents why people would want to do that. Why people would want to split a cigar. You go ask your parents why they would want to do that. All right. Taped up for trying to say whatever you're about to say. You rap like somebody that's about to spray. Get a mouthful of shot. Opening your mouth to say. Feel the heat in the night. It leaves you without the day. So I feel the heat in the night. He could be literally saying how hot it is. Feeling the heat in the night. Sometimes when it's like outside and it's like summertime, it's like heated time in the nighttime. You can feel the energy for that. But also, the song is called Heat. He could be referring to feel the heat in the night, feel the song in the night. But there's also a TV show and movie called The Heat of the Night. I believe it's Heat of the Night. It was a movie and TV show from back in the day. So he's using some really deep reference from The Heat of the Night. I don't know. It's like from the 80s. From The Heat of the Night. Trust me. All right. It's an old TV show, old movie. Feel the heat of the night. Like, give your mouth a say for opening your mouth. Feel like, so let's go back. So, you rap like a brother that's about to spray. Get your mouth shot for opening your mouth to say. All right? So, what he's saying here is that you act like somebody who's about to spray. You rap like somebody that's about to spray. Get a mouth shot for opening your mouth to say. All right. So, this is a loose interpretation. I'll give you that. But somebody who's about to spray. So he could be referring to someone that's about to spray, perhaps like a gun or something like that. But the force, you feel like you're somebody who's about to let something out, like you're eager to let something out. Get a mouth shot for opening your mouth to say. So oftentimes taking a shot of something, or you can like do a shot of mouthwash, you like shoot something in your mouth. Oftentimes when you have that shot in your mouth, you can spray it out. So he's using a playful meaning of mouth shot, spray. You got a mouthful of whatever you have a shot of, and then you're opening your mouth to say, you spray it out. All right. So like if you were saying that when you had the mouthful of shot, you would spray it out. All right. It's kind of a loose separate definition. But here is the line that I think is worth the price of admission. This one is a triple entendre. Let me think. Is it triple or quadruple? All right. This one is one of my favorite lines, probably of all time, but maybe definitely one of my favorite lines by Common. What I write is a passage for brothers to travel through. I remember when I first heard this line, I was like, wow, Common is on another level. What I write is a passage for brothers to travel through. So here's the first meaning. What I write is a passage for brothers to travel through. Basically, the way that I write, you can use my words and you can walk through your life and travel through your life with the words that I'm writing. Okay? That's the one meaning. The second meaning is he says, what I write is a passage for brothers to travel through. So a passage is what you write. You can write down a passage. So he's actually saying the passageway, or literally the passage that I'm writing, you can travel through that. The way that I write, you can travel through that as well. So there's that, the passage for you to travel through my actual rhymes. And then on top of that, there is a thing called the rite of passage. A rite of passage is something that you use to grow up, to go to a next level, to go to being an adult. What I write is a passage, write a passage for brothers to travel through. What I'm saying will make you a better and more positive grown-up adult. I mean, I love that line so much. What I write is a passage for brothers to travel through. I love it. That particular line to me is the worth the price of admission. It means 3 different levels. He does that a lot. Let me be clear. This level of Common does that a lot. When he was like rhyming, every line was a double or triple entendre. Now the next line is I would actually like to talk to him about the next line, because I feel like I'm taking a leap of what do you call that? Taking a leap to see if I could define it. But it says, before defeating me, Joe, you better battle you. Now, some people may not know this, but Joe is what Common would use a lot. I'm assuming that's like slang in Chicago. What up, Joe? Because he used to say that back in his earlier stuff. Nah, Joe. Like meaning like, nah, dude, or nah, brother. But before defeating me, Joe, you better battle you. So I think that this is a stretch. I can admit. This is probably a stretch. Before defeating me, you better battle you. So I'm thinking that he could be talking about a reference to G.I. Joe, maybe. That's a stretch. But there was a line in a famous rap song, Hey Sucker N-Word by Tribe. And that sample that they use in there is a brother who talks about is a reference in that particular rhyme that says, you better battle yourself before you battle me. That's a reference. I should know that. Oh my God. find it. I'll find it, post it in there. But it's also a reference to an old hip hop classic song about before you beat me, you better battle yourself. Battle in the rhyme, and I should know that off the top of my head, but I don't. But basically, the reference is it's a guy talking about that said before you beat me, you better battle you. He's like paraphrasing the line that's from that song. I tap into my own zone like it's my home phone. Turn the cell off and let the dome roam. We talked a couple weeks ago about a pattern or kind of like a setting up a pattern or a theme. When he says, I tap into my own zone like it's my home phone, turn the cell off and let the dome roam. Tap, you can tap a phone. You can also leave my home phone, like I tap into my home zone like it's my home phone, like tapping. Turn the cell off and let my dome roam. So basically he's saying a cell phone can roam, and you have roaming charges when a cell phone goes different places and it goes to different countries. It's called roaming. I don't even know if they do that anymore. That's like an old term maybe. But a cell phone can roam. Basically, I'm in a new place, and because I'm in this new area, I'm getting more charges because my cell phone is roaming at that point. But if he turns his cell off and let his dome roam, which is also meaning, I leave my phone alone. I leave my phone at home so my mind can wander. It's a shame I gotta do white labels to keep my life stable. All right, that's a clever one as well. It's a shame I gotta do white labels to keep my life stable. What he's saying is, in hip hop, what you do is when you're not making money from the companies, you have to put out your own product. And sometimes when you release records and you don't want your company to know about it, you release it on a white label. White labels are undocumented or records that go out. No one knows what it is until you actually play it. And a lot of times in DJ culture, you get white labels because they're exclusive. And sometimes they come from the artist, but no one really knows. But like he's saying, it's a shame I got to do white labels to keep my life stable. I keep like doing like this kind of stuff so I can establish and make more money. But it also saying it's a shame I got to perform on these labels owned by white people to keep my life stable. It's a shame I got to do these white labels to keep my life stable. It's a very clever line. What I write fatal, bringing brothers to life. I write fatal. Fatal means to kill something, bringing brothers to life. All right. A wise man told me to think of the night. To bring what? Bring that hot ish. So that was Common's breakdown of Heat of his 1999 album Like Water for Chocolate. The reason why we talked about this today is because I wanted to give you an example of double meaning, double entendre, and wordplay, because this particular song, I don't know about nowadays, but this particular song, he's expressing one of the highest levels of double entendre and wordplay in every line of the song. All right? That's all we got today. This is your boy Mighty Flipside. Remember to always stay true, always stay tuned, and to always stay on the beat. Peace.